Yo, what it do, family? High Value Basketball. We are back once again with the best basketball commentary on this side of the planet. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, you dig? Yeah, man. We are doing the top 10 of each position in the NBA. Of course, we are at the end of the preseason at the time of this video and the subsequent series being uploaded to the YouTubes and you watching it. It is at the start of the season tonight. So in honor of the new NBA season that is coming forth, we are going through the rankings for each position, and we're going to see how these things hold up until we get about halfway through the season and we do this thing again. So we're going to hop right into it based on, of course, last season's performance and a little bit of the preseason sprinkled in. We have our rankings for the best point guards in the league for the 2022-2023 season. So hopping in right at number 10, we got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with Oklahoma City Thunder, man. I say this is a good pick. If Shai was on a different team, he probably would be way higher up. But due to the fact that he is on the Thunder, who are perpetually rebuilding, his impact cannot lead to more W's in the column. So he does get a little bit lower. And of course, he's in somewhat obscurity being out there because no one has their eyes on OKC. But this man is a wizard on the court. He is a wizard. He played with Chris Paul for a season. The Chris Paul effect definitely rubbed off on him because he has a really good floor general skills and he can execute. This guy can hit big shots and he can just be right in the right place at the right spot right when you need him, man, which is something that you can't teach. And he has that in spades. So shout out to Shai. Let's hope he has a even bigger year so he can move up on this list. Number 9, Drew Holiday with the Milwaukee Bucks, the champion, the member of the big 2.5 or the big 3, Mr. Best Defender in the NBA at his position. He is at number 9 for all of those wonderful things. Now, some may argue he may need to be higher up on the list, but I have him at 9 simply because his offensive impact isn't the best in regards to other players higher up because these other point guards, they are more leaders on their team, while Holiday, of course, is not the leader. That belongs to Giannis, and he is of the third member of the big 3 in pecking order. So just because of all of those little things, he's just a little lower on the list. But his defense, he's number 1. That is without question. Number 8, Mr. James Philadelphia Harden himself. Now, of course, his position is a little wonky. He has been a shooting guard / point guard, depending on how he's being deployed. But it does seem as though he is fully taking on the point guard role, especially with this Philadelphia team, because we see Tyrone Maxey really doing all of the wing style scoring. So it looks like James Harden is taking over the reins of the Philadelphia 76ers officially. So he is ranked at number 8 because, man, we didn't see what's happening in the past couple of years, man. He has fallen off the wagon a bit. Let's not even act like he hasn't. He's far from the MVP that he used to be. And it seems like he's been a little hot dogging it on all of these few instances. You know, we know the fat suit. We know the Brooklyn situation. We know the injuries. So all of that. We know the Philadelphia flame out last year. All of those wonderful things. So because of that, he has ranked at number 8, but he can potentially go higher if he chooses to get better and execute at a higher level that we've seen him be able to do. Number 7, Kyrie Irving with the Brooklyn Nets. In a similar way, Kyrie Irving may be better than the 7th position in this list. However, based on all of the drama, the lack of play, all of the just things off the court that unfortunately keep him off the court, he gets a lower ranking here. But we already know that Kyrie's one of the best players in the NBA, period, regardless of position. Expect him to have a really great, wonderful year this year. He's got a lot to prove because he's wanting a big and extended contract. So he's probably going to be in his best behavior. I did see early in the preseason that he was showing some defensive intensity, which is cool. Hopefully he keeps that up, and we will see what these fools look like in the playoffs with him running the show. Number 6, Damian Lillard. Now, the Damian Lillard situation is a little weird, man, because it does seem like he is falling back just a tiny little bit. You know, of course, he was martyred by injuries, and he essentially just wasn't on the court. In a similar kind of way with Kyrie, him not being on the court tanked the team and their potential. But he gets a higher position than Kyrie because Damian Lillard is a bona fide leader. We know that. This dude has been holding down the franchise for at least a decade now and counting. So I give him the nod just for that. He is ranked 6th because he unfortunately does not have as great of an impact as we would like him to have. We do love Damian Lillard. We love Dame time. We love the big shots. But if we look at the raw data, the raw numbers, if we really look at how things bake down, he actually does need more help because he is not that guy at the highest of levels, So not a critique, just letting it be known that, hey, he is rightfully placed where he is. Number 5, Trey Young. Now, a lot of people might be upset with this, having Trey Young above Damian Lillard, but health matters, y'all. Health lives matter. So just simply due to the fact that Trey Young has not had any injury issues. He's been on the floor, and he is a consummate floor general. He is a new era style point guard where he's got that Steph Curry in him shooting from all over the court. And he's, you know, one of these darty, shifty little small guys. So he is definitely a part of the new era for sure. And he's just got that gift, man. He's got that panache. He's got that zing. He be throwing the ball between fools' legs all the time. And he's going to have a great year because he's got a better running mate with DeJounte Murray. So, yeah, man, he's going to help lead the Atlanta Hawks to a nice set of wins, and he's going to have him some fun this year. Number 4, Chris Paul, the point guard himself, man. At this point in his career, of course, he will always be the point guard because that's his nickname and what's just been attributed to him for his style of play. As far as him being that in real time on the court, this is probably the last year, if not last year, was the last year that we get to see that. And I mean, so where he is just a complete maestro, where he is using his skills to completely elevate a team, where he's using his skills to completely dismantle the opposing team's defensive scheme, where he just seems to be the one person to shift the culture and thrust the team to the highest of levels and get all of the scoring execution he can out of his teammates. That version is probably going to take a slight step back. Father time is father time, and he is 1 year older. And so because of those things, that's why he has fallen to number 4, and you shall see who is ahead of him very shortly at number 3. Ja Morant, the future. When we talk about Chris Paul being the past and the point guard, this is the future. This is the current. This is the now. Mr. Ja Morant. Ja Morant, of course, he has that Russell Westbrook, that Derrick Rose in him, where he's a super duper high flyer, highlight maker. And as well, this dude can execute. We always throw the word clutcher around. This dude has it. He is not afraid of the big shot, and he knows how to get to his shots when the big times matter, as well as in just those momentum swing moments. He seems to always have his fingerprint on the game with a big steal or a layup or a crazy 3. And of course, he is leading this Memphis team with his attitude and, yes, his actual point guard skills. So shout out to Ja Morant, man, the 3rd best point guard in the league. Number 2, come on now. Got to give it to the Luka, man. The Luka the Don, as they like to say, which I don't like that nickname. But Luka Doncic, the future best European player of all time, barring injury. This man here is the truth. We all know what he did last year, made that crazy Western Conference Finals run that people didn't necessarily see coming. He's got the LeBron effect where he can take marginally good teammates, but not stellar star teammates, and he could lift the collective tide and pull them to heights that they did not know they could go because he is a complete maestro on the court. What else do we need to say, man? We already know the man's name, Luka. Number 1. Steph Curry. Who else, yo? I mean, seriously, who else did y'all think was going to be up here? Come on now. Mr. Steph himself, the chef. He already had the championship run. He was already the man, and he put a stamp on his name, put some respect on it with that amazing championship run last year. And of course, the iconic moments, the 40-point game, the iconic picture, probably to me, as far as my memory is concerned, one of the coolest, if not the coolest NBA Finals photo capture as far as an on-court one. You know, people like the Kobe wearing the jacket, holding the trophy. You know, people like Michael Jordan crying, him crying with the trophy on his head, or when he's crying on the floor with the ball because his dad. You know, we got all of those type of moments, but on the on-court photo, he's the GOAT of the on-court photo with him tapping on his ring finger while he's in Boston, yo. That was epic. And of course, he's gonna have an epic year this year, man. He's gonna continue to pound the stat sheet as the best three-point shooter ever, continue to push the margin way past what anybody probably will ever reach. And he is definitely gonna be gunning and running and setting himself up for that second championship in a row. So there we got it, y'all. The top 10 point guards of the 2022-2023 season, preseason edition. Let's see how it all pans out when the season starts, family. This is High Value Basketball. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Peace.